Stop for just one moment and feel the weight you just put down. The weight you didn't even know you were carrying when you walked into this room, when you opened this video, when you started your day. You felt it just now, didn't you? That subtle shift, that deep, internal exhale. You walk through this world and you feel everything. You feel the joy in the room, yes, but you also feel the unspoken pain. You feel the subtext of conversations. You feel the weight of a future that hasn't even happened yet, and the anchor of a past that wasn't even yours to begin with. And you've been told your whole life that this makes you too much, too sensitive, too intense, too different. But what if I told you that this feeling of being too much is not a flaw? What if I told you that the reason you feel so heavy, the reason you feel the world so deeply, the reason you often feel like you're carrying a burden that no one else can see, is because you are carrying something? Chosen one, you have no idea who you really are. Your spirit has been carrying more than you think. The misunderstanding of your weight. Let's be clear. When I say chosen one, I'm not talking about a prophecy written in the stars that guarantees you a life of fame and ease. I'm not talking about a magic wand or a destiny handed to you on a silver platter while you sleep. No, being the chosen one is the loneliest, most misunderstood path there is. Think about it. In every story, the one who is chosen, the hero, the leader, the changemaker, they don't stand in the middle of the crowd. They stand apart from it. They feel the coming winter before the first leaf falls. They sense the cracks in the foundation before the building crumbles. And they carry the weight of that knowledge while everyone else dances in the sun, telling them to lighten up. You are that person. Your spirit has been carrying the anxieties of your lineage. It has been carrying the unfulfilled dreams of those who came before you, whispering to you, do what we could not. Your spirit has been carrying the emotional labor in your relationships, absorbing the tension, smoothing the rough waters, often at the expense of your own peace. This is the weight. It's not physical. It's ethereal. It's the weight of empathy, the weight of vision, the weight of knowing that things are not as they should be, and feeling a deep, gnawing responsibility to be part of the solution, even when you have no idea how. The training you never knew you had. You see yourself struggling. You see yourself tired. You see the tears you've cried alone, the questions you've asked the silent night, the moments you've begged for the weight to be lifted. But you are blind to what that weight has been doing to you. It has been forging you. You think that carrying is a weakness. You think that because you feel the burden, you are weak. But let me ask you this. What is stronger? The person who lives in a bubble, protected from the wind, untouched by the rain? Or the one who has stood in the hurricane, bent but not broken, and learned how to hold their ground? Your spirit has been in the gym of existence, lifting weights you didn't even know existed. Every disappointment you absorbed for someone else, that was a rep. Every time you chose kindness when you wanted to scream, that was a rep. Every time you felt the pain of the world and didn't let it make you cruel, that was the heaviest rep of all. You have been building a spiritual muscle, a muscle of resilience, a muscle of compassion, a muscle of unshakable inner knowing. You have been carrying, so that now you are strong enough to carry even more. But this time, it won't be a burden. This time, it will be your purpose, the voice you are about to find. You have no idea who you really are. You have defined yourself by your struggle. You say, I am tired. I am anxious. I am lost. But those are just the labels you've put on the box. You haven't dared to open it and see the treasure inside. Who are you when the weight is not a burden, but a tool? You are the one who sees the lost soul in the corner of the party and walks toward them. You are the one who can sit in the silence with a grieving friend and not need to fill it with words. You are the one who can look at a broken system and not just see the chaos, but feel the blueprint for repair. Your deep feeling is not a curse. It is the antenna through which the universe speaks to you. Your loneliness is not a punishment. It is the sanctuary where your unique frequency is calibrated. The path ahead of you has not been blocked. It has been waiting for you to stop trying to follow the crowd and start walking in the direction your spirit has been facing all along. Can you feel it now? The shift? The voice that whispers to you in the quiet moments. The one that tells you to keep going. The one that sees the beauty in the broken. The one that knows, deep down, that you are here for something more. That voice is not your imagination. That voice is you, the real you, the one who has been buried under the weight of everything you thought you had to carry. The call to stand. Chosen one, You have spent so long on your knees, under the weight. It is time to stand. It is time to realize that the thing you thought was breaking you was actually making you. It was bending you into the shape of your destiny. You are not a victim of your sensitivity. You are its master. When you stand, you will feel the weight differently. It won't be on your shoulders, pressing you down. It will be in your hands, ready to be used. It will be the weight of authority, the weight of wisdom, the weight of a love so deep it can hold space for the pain of others without drowning in it. Look at your life. Look at everything you have survived. Look at every time you felt you couldn't go on, and you did. Look at the person you have become, forged in the fires of 1,000 unseen battles. You think that was random? You think that was just a string of bad luck? That was the curriculum. That was the preparation. That was the universe, or fate, or the very core of your being, getting you ready for the moment you are in right now. The moment you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start declaring, "For this was I made strong." The revelation. So who are you? You are not your exhaustion. You are not your trauma. You are not the accumulation of your burdens. You are the spirit that carried them. You are the eye in the center of the storm. You are the anchor in the turbulent sea. You are the one who sees the dawn, even when the night is at its darkest. You have been carrying the weight of a world that doesn't understand you yet. But the world is changing, and it's going to need the ones who can feel. It's going to need the ones who can carry. It's going to need you. Stand up. Straighten your spine. Let the weight settle not as a burden, but as your power. Chosen one, you finally know who you really are. And now, the real work begins. The journey begins with understanding the unseen weight of the spirit. For so long, you have measured your capacity by what you could see, the deadlines met, the tasks completed, the physical demands of simply surviving another day. But beneath the surface, your spirit has been carrying something far heavier. It has been carrying the accumulated pain of every moment you swallowed your truth to keep the peace. It has been carrying the empathy that makes you feel the joy and sorrow of strangers as if they were your own. It has been carrying the resilience required to wake up each morning in a world that often feels misaligned with your deepest nature. This weight is invisible, and because no one can see it, no one validates it. You have walked through crowds feeling utterly alone, not because you were isolated, but because you were carrying what others could not perceive. This unseen labor has exhausted you, yet it has also distinguished you. The very fact that you feel this weight proves that your spirit is awake, aware, and functioning at a depth others have not yet accessed. This brings us to the anatomy of a chosen one, a concept often misunderstood as something external and predestined. To be chosen is not to have your name written in a book before birth. It is to possess an innate, heightened sensitivity that refuses to accept superficial truths. You are the one who walks into a room and instantly reads the emotional temperature. You are the one who hears what is not being said. You are the one who looks at systems, relationships, and patterns and instinctively knows when something is broken, even when everyone else insists it is fine. This sensitivity is not a random quirk of personality. It is the very mechanism by which you are being guided. Your refusal to settle for easy answers, your inability to ignore injustice, your restless searching for deeper meaning. These are not signs that you are difficult or broken. They are the markers of a spirit that has been activated for a specific purpose. The chosen one is simply the one who can no longer sleep while the fire alarm is ringing. You have been hearing that alarm for years, and your inability to ignore it has been preparing you for the moment when others would finally start to listen. And in that preparation, you have faced the deepest loneliness, which must now be reframed as sovereignty. The feeling of being different has haunted you. You have looked at others who seem content with surface-level connections, who move through life without questioning, who belong so easily, and you have wondered what is wrong with you. But here is the truth that changes everything. You cannot lead from within the crowd. The shepherd does not stand among the sheep. The lighthouse does not sit in the harbor. Your isolation has not been a rejection. It has been a repositioning. In the quiet spaces where you felt abandoned, you were actually being protected from the noise that would have drowned out your own voice. In the solitude you feared, you were being given the space to develop a frequency that is entirely your own. Sovereignty means being the ruler of your own inner kingdom, and no king rules from the marketplace. Your loneliness has been the throne room where your true self has been forged, away from the opinions, expectations, and limitations of the masses who cannot yet see what you see. From this place of sovereignty emerges the paradox of strength and sensitivity. The world has taught you that strength is hard, unfeeling, and impenetrable. It has taught you that to be sensitive is to be weak. But look closely at nature, and you will see the truth. The mighty oak that refuses to bend will snap in the hurricane. The reed that sways with the wind survives any storm. Your ability to feel deeply, to be moved by beauty and wounded by cruelty, has not made you fragile. It has made you flexible, adaptable, and profoundly human. The deepest strength is always born from the capacity to feel. It is the parent who feels their child's pain so deeply that they find the strength to move mountains. It is the healer who carries the suffering of others and transforms it into compassion. Your sensitivity is the source of your carrying power. It allows you to hold space for the broken, to sit with the grieving, to see potential in the discarded. This is not weakness. This is the highest form of strength, and it has been developing in you through every moment you thought you were simply surviving. All of this experience has built what can only be called spiritual muscle memory. Just as your physical body adapts to repeated weight by growing stronger, your spirit has adapted to the emotional and metaphysical weight you have carried. Every time you chose kindness when cruelty would have been easier, your spiritual muscles grew. Every time you held your tongue when you wanted to lash out, your spiritual muscles grew. Every time you felt the weight of the world and still got out of bed, your spiritual muscles grew. You have been in training, and you did not even know it. The athlete does not question the pain of the workout when they are standing on the podium. The warrior does not regret the battles when they are standing in peace. Your past is not a series of random hardships. It is a carefully designed curriculum that has built in you a resilience you are not yet fully aware of. You are stronger than you know because you have been carrying more than you think, and that carrying has been conditioning you for a weight you have not yet been asked to bear. Now comes the moment of shift, the transition from survival to dominion. For too long, you have been simply trying to survive your burdens. You have been focused on making it through the day, through the week, through the season. But survival is not your destination. It has only been your training ground. The same weight that pressed you down can now be the source of your authority. The pain you survived gives you the right to speak to those who are still suffering. The confusion you navigated gives you the map to offer others. The loneliness you endured gives you the capacity to truly see the one who stands alone. Dominion means that you no longer react to life. You create from it. You no longer ask, "Why is this happening to me?" You declare, "What can I build from this?" The shift happens in a single moment of recognition when you realize that you are not the victim of your story. You are the author, and every chapter of struggle was necessary to bring you to this page where you finally pick up the pen. And in that moment of recognition, you will begin to recognize the voice within. For so long, you have listened to the voice of fear, the voice of doubt, the voice that told you that you were not enough. But beneath that noise has always been another voice, steady and quiet, the voice of your own higher spirit. It is the voice that whispered to you in your darkest moments, telling you to take one more step. It is the voice that guided you away from situations and people that were not meant for you. It is the voice that has always known your worth, even when you forgot. This voice is not separate from you. It is the real you, the one who has been buried under the weight of everything you thought you had to carry. As you learn to quiet the noise of the world and the noise of your own fears, this voice becomes clearer. And what it is saying, what it has always been saying, is that you are ready. You have always been ready. The weight you carried was never meant to break you. It was meant to show you who you really are.